at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. On first down, Newton. On the catch, it's Crowder. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Now Newton. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Here's second and a yard. They fake the give. Newton. Caught right side. Davis. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the completion there, and CD, as we know, trying to defend against an NFL quarterback, that's one thing. Trying to defend against a mobile NFL quarterback, that's quite another. What's the plan here defensively?
Well, the pass rush has to still try and get to him, especially the guys on the edge, but they're going to go maybe a count slower, right? They want to make sure they don't get too far upfield where he steps up and takes off through a lane. The same is true for those interior guys as well. So you've got to change it up with him. Try and keep him hemmed into the pocket, and occasionally you throw a spy on him. A fast linebacker or one of your extra defensive backs who can dance with him a little bit if he takes off and runs.
A gain of 6 there on first. 4 yards to go on second down from the 7. A shotgun snap for Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Jets. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
In both locker rooms, the coaches talked about setting the tone early. Didn't matter whether you started on offense or defense. In this case, the team that had the ball first did exactly that. Took it right downfield and scored.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Patriot offense ready for their first drive, led by Mac Jones, the Heisman Trophy finalist and 15th overall selection this spring from Alabama.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice, because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. This defense for the Jets, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From the 29, Jones. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. T.Y. Hilton once again the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Well, Charles, we take a look here at the draft class for this offense. Overall, what are your thoughts?
Well, you know the fans don't want to hear it, but it always takes 2, 3, 4 years until we know whether a draft class is truly panned out or not. first round, everybody wants him on the field right away. But the best thing is if you can play the long game with him, give him a chance to get seasoned before he has to play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Jones.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The numbers for White a week ago: 22 carries, 74 yards.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Here's Newton. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Cam Newton now with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Jets lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense.
And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, running left, Marlon Mack. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Throwing, Jones. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. White running to the left. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there, and leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
These two teams, Charles, the Jets and the Patriots, great rivals in the AFCs going back to the beginning of the Super Bowl era. Been a long time. Now, of course, in the recent memory, the Patriots, they have dominated, and that's capital D dominated. But, you know, change comes eventually, and the Jets, they've got a new coach, new quarterback, and this rivalry, you feel like it could get very interesting again in a hurry.
Absolutely, because as we learned in 2020, it's no longer Tom Brady is guaranteed to win the division because he's no longer there. And we saw Buffalo take command in 2020. So this division more open than it's been for the last 20 years or so.
Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. P-Ride.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Out to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown.
LaMichael P-Ride.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field, and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Back to throw. Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he will have a Patriots first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll toss this right side to Mack. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So, Charles, this, game number 2 in the NFL career of this rookie quarterback. His guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things, and they like the fact that he's not blaming other people, because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Looking to throw. Jones. Got the connection here to Bourne. A gain of 6 there on first.
2nd and 4.
From the gun, Jones. And right side, Henry's got it.
And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Cam Newton with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Jets continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Jones throw here into the hands of Harry. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. That's caught by Myers. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 23 yards, the final tally.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Back to throw again. And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd down and goal. Jones flushed out right. Touchdown, Patriots. Nelson Aguilar. As the first half is winding down. And the Patriots are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get 1, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And the Jets have got it. Time for our players spotlight, and it focuses in here.
Second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Newton. Crowder's got it over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Rosa's kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. 1 second, all that remains. Now Jones, a final shot before break. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We now proceed to the start of the second half. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
From the 22, Jones. It's caught by Aguilar. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And that went a little too high. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They'll try and throw for it here. Open man is born. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Dante Hightower on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Newton now to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Carter.
Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
He completes it right side to White. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Rosas' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there's no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Jones.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked by Jared Wilson.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will extend this big lead.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. New England trying to get to place on offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set him back 5 yards.